Hey folks, my name is Alex, and I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about metric. So, what is it? It's not to be confused with the metric system of measurement, but overall, it is the seed to sale solution used by Minnesota and many other legalized states. And so, it is tracking the life cycle of the product, as Hannah and Margaret had mentioned earlier. And so, anything from immature plants to the final packaged product that will go out to the consumer. And how do they do this? They're using track and trace technology. So the key thing here is that if it's tagged, it's traceable. So as you can see in this graphic, there is a picture of a tag and somebody using an RFID reader to scan the tag that is located on the plant. And so the cool thing is that you can monitor the growth cycle of the plants and the product, and there is a tag, a plant tag that's associated with that plant throughout its growth cycle, and then it gets another tag as it is packaged and processed into a different product. So you can continue that chain of custody and movement throughout the life cycle and continue to look at the history of that product as it moves through. And so, again, looking at some of those key features of measuring, monitoring the growth cycle of plants. And so, obviously there's like different cycles of plants with, immature seedlings all the way to the harvest batch, and looking at that. Also, there you're able to examine lab test results. There's also reporting tools in Metric, which is called Metric Insights, which uses dashboards and reports that you can create from here, different aspects. And then also you can seamlessly integrate with point of sale. One of our most common ones is Dutchie, and that allows for looking at those as well. And so, how do you get started with Metric? So once your cannabis license is issued, you'll create an account with Metric, and then you'll have training to go through. There's an LMS or learning management system through Metric Learn that you can go through, and it's required for at least one employee in order to gain access to Metric. And so once you have done training through Metric Learn, then you can start using the system. And there are plenty of resources to get started, which includes Metric Learn, and then once you get access to Metric, there's Metric Support, which is, there's email and a call line for that. There's also a user manual, and then also Metric OTM staff like myself are here to help. So, and with that, we'll start going into some pre-submitted questions. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. We got a lot of questions and don't have time to answer them all, but we will be working on getting the answers to as many of these as we can, updated and on the FAQ page of our website. So one of the questions that we've heard from several people is why are the sample sizes for flower and concentrate the same? Is there any way to lower the required sample size for concentrate? So the calculation for how much sample was required for lab testing includes a portion of the sample to be retained by the manufacturer until 6 months after the expiration date of the product. And then there's the amount that's required for the actual laboratory testing. And this estimation comes from the required analyte testing. And for microbials, there's the entire requirement so that you have a representative amount for that analysis. So we looked back at the numbers, and when we initially did our calculation, we thought it was easier to simplify and have one number for all of the testing that is required. But after review, we are adjusting the minimum
compliant sample amount required for concentrates to 42 grams, and we will be updating the technical standard to reflect that. So there's a table in the technical standard on how much sample is required. And so many things are still the same. You need 10 or 12 sample increments. We decreased the amount of retention sample that must be retained by the manufacturer of the cultivator. And then we're able to adjust the sample amounts that are required to be sent to the lab for testing after reviewing some of that. When will lab testing be available? Testing will be available when one of the testing facilities has been licensed. There are 2 labs who have previously been performing the medical cannabis testing, and they may be ready for adult use testing before the labs that still need to establish a location and get instruments. The timeline for testing depends significantly on how long it takes the labs to be ready to meet the new technical standards, and then the office will inspect those locations and ensure that they are ready to move forward. So is there a testing lab open yet, or how soon will labs be able to open once the licenses are issued? So a testing facility will be able to operate as soon as they are licensed. They can move forward through the application process when they have met all of the pre-licensing requirements and when they are ready to submit their final plans of record. What if there aren't enough labs to test all of the products at launch? So it is possible that there will be limited lab testing available to start. We are focused on evaluating the labs for licensing as soon as they are ready to start that process. We're also moving a legislative proposal forward to ease one of the barriers to licensing for testing facilities. And our priority is to do everything we can to get testing facilities online and available for use as fast as possible. Will testing facilities be assigned, or will people be able to shop their labs? So the licensee may select the testing facilities that they choose to work with. The testing facility licensed by OCM is required to test all of the products to the levels described in the technical standard document. And once a batch is submitted to the lab for testing, the results must be uploaded to Metrc by the testing facility. So cultivators and manufacturers may conduct testing for research and development, but those samples must also be reported through Metrc. And we get a list of the accredited local labs and a list of the standards, thresholds, and maximum tolerances. So the technical standard is that list of limits, and the office will be hosting on our website the list of currently approved labs and which analytes they are approved to test for. When must all products being sold in Minnesota comply with the new testing standards? So any product produced by an entity that is licensed under Minnesota Statute 342 will need to follow the new testing standards. So everyone who's applied for a license in this round, as soon as they get a license, their products must be tested. So we have currently hemp products that are regulated under 152 and medical products under 4770. And once they are licensed under 342, then they will need to be tested under these new technical standards. Can dispensaries do their own lab testing, or do we need to outsource to a qualified lab? So all testing must be performed. All compliance testing must be performed by a lab licensed by OCM in Minnesota. So one product may be tested in research purposes. Only testing done by a state licensed lab can be used for the required compliance testing, and that's a statutory requirement. So, given the lack of testing applications and immense anticipation for an open market, what plans are in place for limited testing access? Is the intent to allow tribal compacts to cover the lack of sellable product? So there's really 3 parts to this. The governor's cannabis bill this year included a recommendation to create a variance for the requirement that a testing lab have ISO 17025 accreditation at the time of licensing application. OCM believes that this variance will allow us to have a lot more labs up and running and draw additional testing facility applications if it's passed. Currently, there are 10 qualified applicants and 2 preliminarily approved applicants for testing facilities. So this is actually a relatively high number in relation to other states. So for example, Maryland, whose adult use market opened recently, has 4 testing labs, and Colorado has 7. And currently, there are no executed tribal compacts. The intent of the compacts is to establish how the tribal markets will interact with the state market, including the sale of products between the markets. It is expected that any product that enters the Minnesota market will be tested and to the established OCM testing standards. So that is the questions that we have time for now. Arun?
Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you all.
Hello.
Sir,
Hi, Lolita. How
Sir.
are you? Yep.
good afternoon, sir.
Yep.
I would like to train the one, Joanna,
Yep. Right now,
my sister here.
Luisa.
Hello, good afternoon.
This is Luisa.
Here is the problem, Lolita. She said that if she do night shift to train the new employee, because Amara is not a good trainer, so
Yeah.
she said she'll train her. Because she said if she's not going to be trained right, they will affect the morning shift.
Yeah. We actually took Amara off the schedule for now, so he can get more training. So Amara shouldn't be on the schedule anyways, and yeah, Amara shouldn't be on the schedule.
Okay, so
Yeah.
do you agree that Lolita will come in the night?
Tonight is she scheduled for the night? If she's cleared with Denise, yes.
I'm not sure. Who's on work tonight? No. Tonight?
No, are you on the schedule with Denise? Like, does Denise have you on the schedule tonight?
Me? No, I'm not. I'm
No,
not in the
no, no.
schedule.
I'm talking about Lolita.
No, she said she's not. She's not in the schedule in the night, and she didn't clear it with Denisha.
Oh, okay. Well, if
So she's
Denise,
talking to you.
yeah, if Denise can clear it, then yes. But yeah, it's check with Denise because she clears the schedule. And I don't even have it on hand to check.
Oh, okay. I'll let Lolita know.
Okay. All
She
right.
have to check with Denise then. If she said yeah, well, they're all right.
Okay. Let me know if you
Thank you so
guys have
much.
anything. Yep, of course.
I don't have much time. Forgive me, but I'll have to wrap this up quickly. You can never beat me.
Hi. This is the guy who I was just in. I just bought the new bong.
Okay.
So I bought the water too, right?
Uh-huh.
So I just have a question. So that
Yes.
water that hit I took, right? I can is it that water that's in there? Like I can refill a new bowl now and keep that water in for 40 hits?
Yes.
The-
So you keep the water in the same bond
Okay.
40 times.
Okay.
Basically 40 fills.
Okay. Perfect.
Yep.
That's all I had. Yeah, no, that's sensational. Yeah, thanks.
Nice. Is it started already?
Yeah, yeah, it's great. It's great. Yeah, appreciate you,
That's
dog.
awesome.
Yeah,
For sure. I got you, brother.
yep. Have a good one.
You.
Come on, bro. Well, like you don't pick maps like this so niggas can fight. Oh my god, it's like oh my. Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
How can I help
Please,
you?
I would like you to help me set up my ADP.
Okay. Your ADP is set up. You just have to log in. Let me send you um let me send you your code
Okay.
to your email. 1 second.
Okay.
Better pick up the pace, otherwise you won't be able to keep up.
No matter who it is I'm fighting, I've got to believe in myself. That's the only way to win. Wide open. Say your prayers.
Gohan, you lost because you've been slacking off in your training.
Did you get an email?
Yeah, I just.
Okay, that should be follow those directions, download the app. Download the app first, actually, from the App
Yeah,
Store.
I've downloaded it.
Okay, yeah, perfect. And then just follow that email, then it should prompt you to set everything up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is dangerous.
Give it your all, because I won't make this easy for you. What can I say? Guess we all love to fight. Over here! Over here! I hope you're ready. Now I'm getting warmed up. You're in my way. Get lost. That was good. Let's do this over here. Over here. I hope you're ready. Take this. Get lost. Change everything. Your fate as well. That was close. Take this. It'll take a lot more than that to make me taste defeat.
Oh, y'all wasn't supposed to leave. I was gonna kill him.
I don't have much time. Forgive me, but I'll have to wrap this up quickly. You can never beat me.
Now let's get back to what we were doing.
I'll beat you in 5 seconds.
This could be bad if I miss, but I don't. But I don't. It's good. Hold his hell. Fuck.
There's too much of a power gap between you and me. So, how do you like that look? I call it Super Saiyan 4. Here's your demonstration. I'm grateful for this opportunity to see my progress. Burning attack! Niles! Burning attack!
Listen, everyone! I need you to share all of your energy with me! You better train more and get stronger. I'll take care of this. Now I have to fight.
This is a bit different than usual. Come at me when ready.
You only won on that first shit off. Crazy shit. I was on the phone.
Even better next time.
He's rage baiting me. He's rage baiting me. Smelly bitch.
I got this one. So, how do you like the new look? I call this Super Saiyan 4. Care for a demonstration? Can you possibly keep up with my attacks? So, how do you like the new look? I call this Super Saiyan 4. Care for a demonstration? Can you possibly keep up with my attacks?
Who allows these? Bro. Nigga, launch it! Why does he just stand there? God, bro, that shit makes me so mad. Like, I'm literally, I thought I just slapped this nigga just right in front of me. Oh, that just makes me so hot. That just got me so hot. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So, how do you like the new look? I call this Super Saiyan 4. Care for a demonstration? I've started to understand my god. Now, let's fight this out!
It's your turn? Yeah.
Listen, everyone. I need you to share all of your energy with me. Train more and get
Yeah, y'all need to train some more, my ass. Yeah, I think I'm learning as hell.
So, how do you like the new look? I call this Super Saiyan 4. Care for a demonstration?
Texas saying, boy. Okay, Texas. Wow, Texas. Um, Oof.
I'll beat you in 5 seconds. I won't lose to you.
Damn.
I'll beat you in 5 seconds. I'll beat you in 5 seconds.
Texas Sam, boy.
If it weren't for you,
Texas Sam, boy. Texas Sam, boy. I'm just saying, bud. I'm just saying, bud. Ow. You thought he's so pissed. Sick to his tummy. Oh shit. Damn it. Ooh, kick that motherfucker. Nice.
I got this one. This form. I'll be done in 5 seconds. No need to get so serious.
Here goes.
I'll send you to the next world with this ultra big bang.
Listen, everyone. I need you to share all of your energy with me. You better train more and get stronger. This should provide some amusement.
Still need to know what it feels like to get bit by the Saiyans who once ruled over? I'm going to rip that tongue of yours out of your skull. Don't you dare go easy on me. Don't hold it against me no matter how. Don't you dare go easy on me. A deadly mistake. A deadly mistake. Don't you dare go easy on me. I got this one. So, how do you like the new look? I call this Super Saiyan 4. Care for a demonstration?
Soon coming out.
I'll bet you 5 seconds.
Got him. Stupid.